All right, let's work. Well, we're back at it. Oh man, I was having so much fun, man. I had to do this. I had to do this video, all right? So I had this idea from watching The Last Samurai, right? So but before I get into it, if you don't know what I do, I talk spiritual shit, all right? Spiritual shit comes from spirit power, spiritual shit. So, in other words, this is for the initiates. It's not for everybody. Not everybody, you know what I'm saying? That's the way it is. Not everything for everybody. There's no discrimination. Not everything for everybody. Certain things not for me, some things not for you, motherfucker. All right, so this is about spirituality. But anyway, what I wanted to talk about today is The Last Samurai, right? So I'm not going to decode the movie. It's not a decoding. I don't think there's anything that needs to be decoded, except you could emphasize on a lot of things that was being, said in the movie. Decoding pretty much means like there could be some underlying messages that are being displayed in the movie where people don't get it. Like if you like watch a movie like Inception, The Matrix. Even though it was kind of straightforward, but there's a lot of message that has to be decoded. So with this shit here, that's not what I'm doing at all. But I will give you a brief description of what the movie was about, so I could get to where I need to get, so I could talk about what I was talking about. And that part of it was cracking me the fuck up. I was cracking up this whole fucking part. Anyway. But as always, there's always gonna be a message, motherfuckers. I mean, it's not a funny video. Like maybe part of it's gonna be funny, or maybe the way I talk about it's gonna be funny. But that's not what we do, all right? But we have fun doing what we do. That's what we do. Right. Anyway, let's get back to it. So technically, the movie came out in 2003. Nigga, relax. I didn't say I was gonna say all that shit. Okay. Well, I like to give a little bit of background. You know what I'm saying? Just so you know. We're not gonna get into who the fuck the director is. I believe his name is Eden. I said I didn't say that. I was gonna say that. All right, I'm a little bit extra. All right. So, but anyway, to make a long story short, this is what the movie was about. There was a general. The character was played by Tom Cruise, right? So I think he was a colonel, right? So he didn't like his life because he had a lot of remorse. He was a lot of what's the word here? I mean, remorse is a good way. I mean, there's one other words, but I guess the other words that I'm looking for, they're coming. But anyway, this motherfucker was not happy with his life, drinking a lot because he was a colonel in the war, with the Native Americans or Indians, and kind of kind of one kind of a man, huh? Oh, white man, you know what I'm saying? Shit. But anyway, so he felt like a lot of people were actually being killed, that, it wasn't necessary. Maybe said it wasn't all that. So, but anyway, it wasn't his call, but so he had this thing, I guess I'd say, against his general at the time, because of that. So he had a lot of regrets. That's the word. That's the word I was looking for. A lot of regrets for those things that took place. Following still human. Go Whitey. But anyway, fast forward. Then he was offered another job, right? But this time he was actually working with the Japan government. So technically, what was happening here is that there was a civil war between the samurais and the modern world. I mean, which sort of like symbolizes. I didn't want to go deep. No forcing me. Hey, behave, motherfucker. Anyway, so the modern world, in so many ways, represented the ego, but I'm not even going to get into that. But what you would call developed countries, all right? So like a nigga like me from Haiti, you know what I'm saying? They call my country a third world country, you know what I'm saying? Because you know what I'm saying, y'all niggas got buildings, y'all got roads, and all that good fancy shit. You know what I'm saying? Pizza and all that shit, good food. Yeah. So we would call that developed. So the idea behind that was, they wanted the Japan government or the emperor or not even the emperor, because there was this other, what do you call them, Democrats and all these people, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, it's not coming to me. I don't watch that shit. Anyway, I'm just telling you about the movie, dog. So check this out, right? So, but the bottom line is, okay, we're just gonna talk about some key things, right? Just so we could get on to it, to make the point or to take you to where I'm trying to take you, right? So the last samurai, right? Like we talked about. So okay, so technically, right? So there was a civil war, new ideas versus old ideas, or the actual tradition versus, what I'm saying, like the developed country idea, which is also another fucking illusion. But no need to talk about this. That's not where I'm going. All right. But it's just to provide you a little bit of background of what was taking place. So now Tom Cruise got offered to train these guys because he got street cred. You know what I'm saying? Niggas credible. He got that street credibility as a soldier. Okay. And pretty much his job was to train, whatever, whatever. There's a lot of details that I'm leaving out. Again, I'm not decoding the movie, nor am I telling you about what's taking place. I'm using a part of the movie to make a point, but for me to do so, and being the nigga that I am, I gotta give a little bit of background, baby. That's all. So if you want to see the movie, watch it. That's what I'm saying. But anyway, or if I'm missing anything, if you've already seen the movie, you forget about that part or that part, Nick. Cool. You did good. In fact, you're doing good. So you should know about what I'm about to talk about. Anyway, fast forward. Let's keep going. Now, then you have General Katsumoto, right? So this motherfucker kind of like represented, he was the master, whatever, teacher, or spiritual, whatever the fuck you want to put it, right? So he was doing this meditation. In his meditation, he saw a flag of a white tiger. And that symbolizes a lot of shit too. But like I said, I'm not going to get into that. That's not what we're here about. But on the same topic, I would say this. You as being a spiritual person, or for the initiates, because this is who I'm talking to, understanding symbols is very important. Understanding symbols is very important. Now, understanding symbol or learning about mythology, because they use a lot of symbols in it, you also got to keep in mind, and there's a lot of other people that talk about that too, like Joseph Campbell talked about it, Carl Jung talked about it, is that it's not universal. It's a good practice for you to try to understand the messages that are being displayed in those things. But when it comes to personal references, or when you're dealing with spirit on physically or personally, what a dog means to me could be a whole different meaning to you. You see what I'm saying? Let's say if I got beat by a dog when I was young, and now I'm having a dream, or maybe about a dog. So that's not going to be the same meaning for somebody, let's say, who had a dog ever since you were young. Your dog was your best friend. You know what I'm saying? Now, for me, that could be danger, right? The message out of that could be danger. But for you, it could be, let's just say a female dog. That's your bitch. That could be literally your bitch, nigga. But anyway, but for me, it would be totally a whole different message. But anyway, that's not what we're talking about. I mean, also what I'm talking about, but that's not the point I'm trying to make. It was just, hey, listen, it was convenient. So just so you know, right? So let's fast forward now. So he saw that in his dream, his meditation, whatever. And then Tom Cruise went to Japan, trained his niggas. Now it was time for war. Fast forward, it wasn't really time for war, but they knew they got some intel about where the samurai was going to go. So fuck it. Nigga was trying to tell them these niggas ain't ready. Fuck that shit. They got to make moves. You know what I'm saying? They're not worried about niggas being ready or not. This nigga was the food this nigga, because they were ready or not. Niggas were like, ready or not. You know what I'm saying? Here I come. So they went. Of course, they got defeated. But the very interesting part, which I'm gonna get into, And that's gonna take me to where I need to go. Is so now, of course, Tom Cruise being the nigga that he is, what I'm saying, the spirit, what I'm saying, he stands with the niggas and fight where he didn't have to. So he nigga said fuck. That's what he does. He does what he do, you know what I mean? But anyway, so and then he got captured, but in the mix of it, he ended up having a stick, with that white tiger in it. Because he was using that stick to keep those guys away. It's ironic to see how the spirit worked too, because the situation is gonna present themselves, right? And in the mix of it, so now General Kasimoto, seeing that now the nigga like, whoa, what's going on? Because now he's connecting the dots, right? So fast forward real quick, and then there was a guy, one of the samurais, now that went trying to kill. Of course, Tom Cruise was wounded. I left out a lot of shit. But anyway, like I said, niggas, okay, take it easy on yourself. Okay, I already gave you the game plan now. All right. So now, with that being said, then he ended up killing that guy, and then the other samurai now was about to jump in to kill him. Kazimoto said no, captured him. Now, this is where I'm going with this shit. Anyway, there's a lot of things that I left out, like, because he was trying to understand, like, the reason why I captured him, trying to understand, making the connection with the thing, because a lot of the times, dealing with spirit, you're not going to get automatically. In fact, shit, I can tell you from somebody who deals directly with spirit, sometimes you don't get it right away, or especially if you have a dream, that's why it's very important to write down those dreams, right? Because so that you'll be able to decode them later, or what I'm saying, because you may not have the answer right then and then. But anyway, so that's exactly what happened to me. To make a long story short, and but this is where I'm going with this shit. That nigga, Kazimoto, is a funny motherfucker. You know what this nigga do? Do you know what this nigga did, dog? This nigga got the nerve, right? He put the nigga in the house where the wife and the kids of the nigga that he killed up in that house. Yeah, that's right. You heard it right. Nigga got balls, right? I think that was funny as fuck. That was funny as fuck. It's not funny, but anyway, that was funny as fuck. The funniest shit ever. Now, the wife is taking care of this motherfucker, feeding this nigga. This nigga's eating that nigga's food, the nigga that he killed. So now, now I'm talking to you now, motherfuckers. How many of you motherfuckers would do that shit? All right. Now, and listen, you can use the comment. I don't give a fuck. I ain't gonna read it anyway. Kill yourself. But what I'm trying to say is, now, the point that I'm making here, this is where I was going to go with this, because this is one of the videos that I made in the past, well, not about the movie itself, obviously, but where I was talking about the ego-driven and the heart knowledge. In the village where people were, there was a caste system. It didn't say that in the movie, but that was probably one of the things that if you want to decode, I guess you could say. There was a caste system where everybody plays a role, and it wasn't not about being ego testicle. It was about the spirit way. It's like, how can I say this? It's like knowing. You know what I'm saying? It's like it was an ego driven, because technically I know y'all niggas. I'm like, shit, yo, some bitches. Can you imagine a bitch fuck your nigga, right? Can you see where I'm going with this, right? And now, I didn't say kill your nigga, shit. Now that I didn't say kill your nigga, just fuck him. Well, for some of you, that's heavy as fuck. That could be, as much as killing the nigga. I got it. At least he didn't fuck him. So now, Fast forward, you're a manager at a place. Now this bitch needs a job. And guess who's doing the interview? Karma's a bitch, huh? Kill yourself, nigga. Kill yourself. Put it in the comments. Karma's a bitch, ain't it? Would you give that nigga? Would you give that bitch the job? Or better yet, I think I'm going too far. A boyfriend that you had in the past, say 10 years ago, and just to make it fair for you, or maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit. Let's make it 2 years, right? Just so I could make the point, right? Now it wasn't your husband; it was a boyfriend. Mm. Now, you know what I'm saying? Because the code, what is the code? I'll tell you what the code is, motherfucker. Your ego, your fear. But anyway, you wouldn't even want to be with the nigga. Or you're not with the nigga anymore. You got a new relationship. You quote unquote happy. But this nigga's not allowed to be with you, one of your girlfriends. Or vice versa. I don't want to put that shit on bitches. You know what I'm saying? Some niggas be like that too. Like, shit. That's like me saying, I got kids by 2. Oh, no. I got by one woman. I got 2 kids by one woman, right? We're not together. So does that mean she can't be with nobody else? Or if she's going to be with somebody else, it can't be somebody that I know? Why not? Why the fuck not? Oh, there's a code. No, that's no code. I'll tell you exactly what it is, and I already said it to you. It's your fear. That's ego driven. It's control. Has nothing to do with love. Whatever code you're talking about, that code, listen, you know what I'm saying? It's your fear. You really want to decode that code? You want to say what this code is about? It's really your fear. So the part that I wanted to talk about, I think that shit was funny stuff. But I wanted to emphasize the ego driven and the spirit way. It's different. Becoming spiritual, you live your life by a different set of rules. And that's how you become free. You understand, and that's how you respect people too. In the movie, they show you how respectful the people were. It was honor. They were living their life, very disciplined. Listen, anyway, for those of you who've seen the movie, General, that's what's up, right? Had the opportunity to talk to the fucking emperor was begging this motherfucker, begging him, tell me what to do. But you see, ego. And the other motherfuckers that was telling the emperor what to do, it was because it was benefiting himself. Had nothing to do with the nigga's growth itself. Now, this other guy was concerned about his growth. Okay, so a lot of you're probably not going to be in a relationship too because you don't know when somebody loves you either. You don't know when somebody respects you. Because you take kindness for weakness. All of it has to do with your ego. Now, isn't that the same thing that happened to that motherfucker, like Omarion? Well, his situation is a little bit different. Granted, for some of you motherfuckers, I like, hey, I had the same shit. Relax, I got you a little bit, just a little bit. Okay, now it's not the same in the sense of his baby mom was using this other nigga, trying to get to him. Of course, the power pussy's out. Nigga fell for the okie doke. You know what I'm saying? Fell for the okie doke. But let's just change the scenario for a minute. Let's just say she worked on herself. She accepted, okay, we're no longer be together. Because that's what this whole shit was really about, right? She lost herself, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Low self-esteem, all that shit. But all that, we all been there too, by the way. I've been there too. Okay? Not in that particular instance, but one of the things that happens to you as you get on the spiritual route is that your psychic ability, your vibration start to change. And that's when, and only when, because a stupid nigga don't know that they're stupid. Trust me, right? Or when you have a low self-esteem, you don't even know that is, you don't even know you have a low self-esteem until you change your frequency. The vibration becomes greater, and then a lot of those things start. Oh, you're doing your shadow work. I mean, the very fact of doing the very fact that you're doing your shadow work, your vibrations start to elevate, and as you elevating your vibration, and that's when all of those things start surfacing. They're gonna start come to surface. Then that's when you're gonna be like, damn, like I could tell you, like, yo, I was a dumb motherfucker, yo. Yo, I had low self-esteem, yo. But it's until that vibration starts to elevate, and that's when, and your psychic ability is coming out too. It's, all of that comes from spirituality. Your compassion, you become more lovable, sipping in your thick. Ow. Drinking that good ass drink. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, what the fuck was I talking about? So, but anyway, that situation is a little bit different, but it's not whatever the fuck. In fact, that shit happened to me once, but this bitch didn't know I was a samurai, nigga. Omarion, you a fucking samurai, nigga. That nigga's not the last one, because there's a lot of other samurais. But anyway, that was the moral of the story too. The moral of the story is this nigga Omarion is a samurai nigga. But anyway, I digress. Let me talk that little shit. Not this bitch around the early 2000s. I was fucking that bitch. I mean, not fucking. Well, I was fucking her too, but we were together. That's all I'm saying. So now, make a long story short, we're not together anymore. Of course, not of course I walk away. I mean, I walk out from it. I'm not saying that. But of course part is coming, I walked away, because I realized the energy was low. And then here comes the of course. I was jumping ahead of myself. Of course now the bitch gotta get back to me. Guess what? Fuck the nigga that I knew. No, I wouldn't say it was my best friend or anything. And then, she came and let me know. You see how the low self-esteem, you see how far that shit goes? And then I go like, because I was shit, naked. I had my sword. That's it? What the fuck that shit got to do with me? Why you even tell me that in the first place? But of course I already knew the reason why he was trying to tell me that, just to get to me, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, all that shit that your motherfucker freak, right? What the has to do with me, baby? If anything, you put yourself out there, man. I'll tell you what that did for me, though. It gave me more confidence in what I did. I'm like, yeah, I know low vibration. Now you just confirm it. That's all you did. You give me more power, nigga. I'm like, yeah, I did that. You hear what I'm saying? Because sometimes when you make certain decisions, and especially around that time too, I was walking my path. I was, developing my self-confidence. I was doing all of that. You know what I'm saying? So it all come together. Like, bitch, what that have to do with me? I'm a samurai, nigga. But she didn't know that, though. The bitch didn't know that. But anyway, sure. The funny part about it was, I said, how many niggas would have done that? You know what I'm saying? Knowing that now this bitch, there's always a code. And again, you've been masking yourself and masking yourself today. You've been, it's pretty much unmasking yourself. Everybody wear the mask. So the skeletons are out. But anyway, to make a long story short, again, even, if it was ego driven, the general, Tatsumoto, could have just easily told the master, the emperor, yo, this is what you gotta do. But he chose his message, which, anyway, not to get into too much, because it's just to show you the spirit ways is different in your ego system. It's different. And a lot of people are approaching life or defining relationship, dealing with people with ego. And that's why you have all those rules. And you'll never be happy, unfortunately. But anyway, I don't want to turn this into a fucking relationship shit because I don't give a fuck, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Stay strong and live long. You know what I'm saying? That's my thing to you. You know what I'm saying? And I think Eddie Murphy said something too. Like when you live in that spirit, I mean, thing, he said, not to say that he's spiritual, that's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is, he said, I don't know, like he used to curse early on in his career. You know, he used to curse out a lot. And then, you know, I mean, I don't know, like, but the bottom line, I don't recall exactly how he said it. But he said the one thing he learned in life, the best way, the best advice you give somebody is not to give them any advice. And that is respect. That is true fucking respect. Now, you may choose to give them the advice. The bottom line is not to impose yourself on somebody. That's what the underlying message is here. Okay, i.e., you know what I'm saying? I had to translate that shit real quick for you niggas. I'm not saying not to give an advice, but the bottom line is it's not imposing yourself on somebody because everybody is on their journey. You know what I'm saying? You got to get your heart broken a couple of times for you to get it right, baby. It may take that. See, like when you're on that spiritual path, everything now is becoming a lesson. Your whole relationship with things, because you know that you're one with everything. Now you're becoming more compassionate, and which is also the true meaning of love. You know what I'm saying? And that's why love and spirituality, and that's what makes love a very powerful, not a very powerful tool, but makes it very powerful, period, is because it opens you up. You're becoming more compassionate, right? You're becoming more into life. You're forgiving. And that's what Jesus was saying too. Forgive them because they don't know what they're doing. However the fuck they said it. Them not knowing what they're doing symbolizes ignorance. You're stupid. You're dumb. You asleep. So that's why, I mean, how am I going to argue or judge somebody for whatever the fuck they're doing? That's what they're supposed to be doing, you know, until you get it together. Yeah, those of you who knows me, yeah, I used to be that dumb nigga. Look at me now, though. Good looking as ever. Something God loves, eh? Now only cast it if you can catch it. Otherwise, baby, watch me stash it. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, to make a long story short, this motherfucker Marion, he's a samurai, nigga. I sent, I'm out. Brah.